Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here and welcome to a new Ninjago set overview video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Ninjago Legacy set number 71736, the Boulder Blaster. This comes with 449 pieces, retails for about $40 USD, and comes with a few minifigures, which we will be taking a look at first as we go through this video. This video isn't supposed to be a review of sorts. I just wanted to get my overall thoughts on this set out there, so that's why I'm doing this video. Not for review purposes, but just for my own enjoyment and my own, purposes of getting my thoughts out to you guys, the audience. Alright, so in terms of minifigures, the first one that we're going to be taking a look at here is the primary Cole that you get in this set. This is the same Legacy Tournament Cole that we've been receiving from other sets, with a little bit of a difference. This is the first time that the actual spelling on the torso is correct, where it says Master in the Ninjago language instead of Manter. This is the first time that we're getting this Cole figure in that style, and I think it looks very nice. Like the other Cole figures in this style, he looks very cool, very elemental effect, earthy-esque, I suppose, and as you can see, he does have a lot of black and orange surrounding his color scheme, and I do believe that overall these tournament robes are a nice update to the original tournament robes from 2015 Ninjago. This set is of course supposed to be taking inspiration from season 4, and I can definitely see it in this minifigure. Such a great figure to have for my Cole collection. Next up in the set, you also get Lloyd, which I feel like we've been getting this Lloyd figure a lot, but we get him once again in this set as well. This is the same Lloyd that we've talked about on the channel several times before, except this time he has a new sword, which is just his same sword piece that we've been getting prior in other sets for Lloyd. Overall, this figure is not the most unique one to this set. It's very common. You can get this in a few other sets, but the printing is still very nice. I love the green going through it, and like Cole's figure, I feel like this is a great update to that original tournament Lloyd figure, of course updated to fit the modern day aesthetic of Ninjago and the modern, Ninjago theme in general, if you will. Overall, not a bad figure, still worth having for the collection, even though I have too many of these guys at this current point in time. For bad guys this go around, surprise, surprise, you only get one, and it's Izor, who appears to be the only Season 4 villain that's been featured in Legacy so far. Not great. Where's Pythor? Where's Klaus? Where's everybody else? This guy is cool, though. He has a bone axe, and that's fun. I love his mohawk. I love his printing, but overall, I'm tired of seeing this guy. I've already seen him in a few other sets for this wave, and I'm not happy with his appearance there, and I feel like there are definitely more Anacondri people to present as bad guys. Why don't we have more? It seems like we're only getting Izor. Still, though, he is a pretty cool figure, nonetheless. Good printing all the way through, good design, but I just want to see somebody else at this point. The set also comes with this commemorative golden Kai figure, which I feel like is a really cool figure to have. This is pretty much the primary reason why I got this set, not gonna lie to you guys, but this figure is cool. As you can see, he does have that same 10 Ninjago years print on there, which a lot of the other 2021 Legacy sets have. In terms of the actual figure itself, getting him off the stand and bringing him onto an actual minifigure stand so we can get a closer look at him, he's a really cool figure in my eyes. I feel like this version of Kai is awesome. I feel like this version of Kai is pretty much what all of the Golden Ninja should have been based on. Just the Season 10/Season 11 Kai with that golden armor, that golden hood piece with, of course, each color representing every ninja. I feel like this figure is awesome. I love the printing on his torso. The legs are, of course, they leave a little bit to be desired, if we're being honest. Those are the same legs that we've been getting on every single 10th anniversary Golden Ninja figure, but it's alright to me. I feel like the torso more than makes up for that, and also the overall figure itself makes up for it too. It's a really good figure, really great figure. I'm really impressed with this Golden Kai. It's definitely worth getting this set, in my opinion, just for this figure. And of course, as I said earlier, I'm probably going to be displaying him alongside the other Golden Ninja on this commemorative little base plate thing that you get in this set, this little base, this little stand, which of course is kind of color-coded depending on which ninja you get. But no, I feel like these are a really cool inclusion, and Kai is easily my favorite Golden Ninja amongst all of them that we're getting in this new Legacy wave. So what a great inclusion to the set. Definitely worth getting this set just for that figure. Of course, this set does include some type of side build, and this is supposed to be an Anacondri prison of sorts. Pretty easy enough to actually access the thing. All you need to do is just point that upwards, and then the door opens, and then you can always just, fit a figure in there. The box suggests that you put Lloyd in there, then you can close up the ladder bridge thing and then close that down, and there you go. Now he's secure in there, except he can easily kind of escape from the side. But nonetheless, this thing is pretty cool. It's a cute little Anacondri temple, I'd say. Nothing too crazy. It's just an all right build. I do like that sticker piece on the top, though. I like that. And the objective, of course, would be to use the Boulder Blaster to shoot at this thing, shooting this part down like that, and then freeing Lloyd from the prison. So fair enough. Pretty excitable visual, I guess, idea for the younger viewers, but to me, this is just a small little side build that really doesn't mean a lot to me. I just like the sticker on it. I feel like the actual build itself, though, is quite impressive for a small Anaconda prison. I just feel like it's a little too easy for Lloyd to kind of slip out the side there, especially through these little white fang tooth things there that are supposed to try to prevent him from escaping. I don't know. This thing is just all right, in my opinion. All right, and now we get to finally take a look at the Boulder Blaster itself. The main thing that you're paying for in this set. Is it worth it just for this vehicle? In my opinion, yeah. I feel like this vehicle is just okay, though, and that's my big problem with it. As a fan of Ninjago, I must admit that the Boulder Blaster is never a vehicle that I was pretty much on board with. Even the original one I'd never really cared for. This one is obviously a very huge improvement over that original build, but I still just don't really care for the design as much as some other flying Ninjago vehicles. That being said, though, it is a very cool looking vehicle, especially with the whole steampunk aesthetic here. I can always appreciate that. Just doing a quick, I guess, turnaround, just so we can showcase every single angle on this thing. It is a fairly uniquely shaped vehicle, and it also has some unique features as well, especially for Ninjago. You've seen flying vehicles before for the Ninja, but never quite like this. I feel like it has a really cool profile just like that even. That looks really cool. I love how the middle section kind of is the same, I guess, width as everything else, obviously extending out towards the barrel of the plane a little bit to, I guess, accommodate for that cannon, but overall it still is sleek while also looking rather clunky from the side, and I feel like that just kind of fits with the whole steampunk aesthetic, if you will. Overall, this thing is quite good, has some good stickers on it as well. It's just not my favorite vehicle, and that's not the fault of the actual, I guess, Boulder Blaster itself. It's just my own opinion. This thing, though, does have a lot of cool details that I do want to take a closer look at, including this barrel piece right here, which is actually quite impressive how this thing is built. It kind of wraps around the actual base, and it doesn't really attach to anything except with gravity and force, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, like the original Boulder Blaster, this thing can obviously rotate and shoot off all of these missiles in tandem at once, which I think is really cool. And obviously the gears to activate it are located back here. Turning these, you can see, obviously turns the front, and I guess shooting them off really quick is kind of risky, considering how you only get one replacement missile. Really? Only one? You would think that you would give a couple of replacements, considering how many missiles are just on this thing. But what's going on here is that as the gears are turning the actual barrel of the plane, they are hitting on this little open, I guess, tire rim down here. You can kind of see how that does make contact a little bit. That will actually shoot off a missile. I'm going to shoot off into my hand here, but you get the idea. The force kind of projectilely launches out the missile, and obviously shooting it really quickly, you can obviously rapid fire this thing. It looks really cool when you do that. It's just not something that I like to do because I'm worried about losing the pieces. Overall, though, the rest of the plane is super cool. It does have this little landing gear thing, which I think is neat. The original, from what I'm remembering, does not have this. I did have the original back in the day, and that does kind of help with, I guess, setting it down. Of course, this back piece helps out as well with landing, but all in all, what that's supposed to be is a handle. You're supposed to grab back here and kind of use this as a handle. You can kind of hold it like you're holding kind of like a gun almost, which I feel like is kind of scary, but at the same time, it works, especially if you put your thumb like that. You can obviously activate the triggering function as well as holding it like this. So you can kind of hold it and shoot off like that, which is something that the original touched on, but I feel like this has done a lot better. Overall, though, the details on this thing are pretty cool. I must admit, the whole steampunk aesthetic thing, I think is great. These little wing things can be adjusted, obviously, on either side. I like these the use of these little gun pieces here to kind of create exhaust. Stickers are a big problem that I have with this set, though. They do use a lot of stickers here. There's a sticker there, a sticker back here, stickers all across the wings. These large pieces are stickers that gave me great anxiety trying to put them on. The wings in the back here are immobile. You can't really flap them, which is obvious, but what you can do is kind of rearrange these things, which I guess is kind of cool. I guess it creates for a little bit of customization while flying the actual thing around. The back here, this little booster thing I've seen people complain about as, you know, having this be open like that. People are complaining about that. I don't think it looks all that bad. Sure, it makes the back of the plane look a little unfinished, but it's not the worst thing ever. The cockpit is also cool too. Opening that up really quick. This piece I think is new. I've never seen this piece used before. Might have been used in other themes, but this is the first time that I'm kind of seeing that. But the actual cockpit itself, you can kind of see in there. It's pretty cool. You get a little control panel. You get a little seat that can be adjusted as well, and if you wanted to fit Cole in there if you so desired. You could totally lean him in there like that and then close up the cockpit all fine and dandy. That look is really cool. Overall, the Boulder Blaster is a fine vehicle with some fair articulation. You can obviously adjust the wings, as I said earlier. The gun is obviously very impressive, making a return. This is built a lot better than I'd say the original one was. The original I always had problems with, and this one does kind of give me the same problems, you know, with the problem being they don't really give you that many extra missiles, but of course if you have extra sets and extra missiles within those sets, it's not going to be hard to find replacements. The only issue is not everyone is going to have access to that like I do, so it's not really, I guess, too fair to the people that only are getting this set and nothing else. I forgot to mention these things back here can also be rotated depending on how you want that, but it's not that big of a deal. I do like how this thing looks though. It has an interesting silhouette, it has an interesting shape, interesting function. My favorite thing is that you can actually hold and wield it like an actual firearm, which I guess is kind of cool. It's light enough so you can like swish it around, you know. Obviously kids are going to want to do this and kind of, you know, play with it like an actual plane, but no, I think that's cool. And even with an adult like myself holding it, it still fits fairly well in my hand with a little bit of extra room, so it's not that big of a deal. In my opinion, this is still a very solid looking set. Kind of fumbly, as you can see. I'm kind of fumbling around with it a lot, but no, overall I think the set is very cool. Do I regret buying it? Not really. I think this is a really excellent Cole vehicle, an excellent upgrade to the original Boulder Blaster, and an excellent set overall for Ninjago Legacy. So there you guys have it. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. This has been my overall thoughts on set number 71736, the Boulder Blaster from Ninjago Legacy 2021. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on this set down below, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the Marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.